Welcome back to Hello Leads. This is part two of our three-part training series, and today's one of my favorite topics because we're getting into the piece that actually pulls people into your world, your lead magnet. And this is where visibility becomes real opportunity. So let's start here so you know exactly who this is for and what we're doing here. So this training is for anyone who's trying to grow their audience, income, or impact using digital marketing. So whether they're just starting out a small business, pivoting careers, or even exploring passive income opportunities through digital marketing, this is for you. And our goal today is to help you generate a lead magnet, a value driven lead magnet, and have it tailored to your perfect audience. Create a simple yet valuable lead magnet using two free tools, Canva and ChatGPT, and get them ready to plug into an automated funnel using System.io, which we will talk about in part three of this training series. Now, if you remember from part one, this is our roadmap that Mary had presented to you. You're going to be able to complete this 4-day action plan. Part one, we covered how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, so you should have been able to do that already. B is to create your magnet lead. So by the end of this presentation, you will be able to start creating your value-driven lead magnet. And C is to write your first CTA post and engage with 10 people. I'm going to show you some examples today so you can get started with C. And then part three, we're going to go over the System.io funnel. You'll be able to walk away with that and build your own System.io funnel to bring people in there and be able to share that link to gather your leads. The anatomy of a great lead magnet. So what makes it irresistible? What makes a lead magnet effective? So a lot of people overthink this step. I know Mary and I did a lot in the beginning when we were just learning. But people imagine that they need to create a whole entire ebook or a 10 module mini course. But that's not what your audience wants. That is not what your perfect customer wants. Because let me tell you right now, as a busy mom of three, y'all know my story. We don't have time. We don't have time to read an ebook or see like a 5-hour mini course. We don't. We want something quick. We want a quick win. Okay, so think of a bite-sized result that helps them feel the momentum of getting that solution that they need. So instead of thinking, what can I give them that sounds impressive? I want you to ask yourself, what can I give them that actually helps them today, that helps them this week? So here's what a great lead magnet includes. Number one, it's quick to consume. So think about your one-page checklist, a mini guide, a short little video. People want something they could finish and apply today. If it takes too long, I'm telling you myself that I'm going to put it off. I'm going to forget about it. It's too complicated. We want it simple. The next one is you want it to solve a specific problem, one single problem, not everything. I know naturally in our human nature, that's what we want to do. We want to solve it all for them. But just think about one clear thing. So you don't want to show them how to build an entire business. You want to hone it into maybe 3 specific ways to make money online that they can start this week. Then it needs to feel valuable, even if it's free. There's a nice balance between something that feels free, but something that feels like you should have paid for it. So if it solves a pain point that they could have Googled and they get like right away, that is gold. It's gold. Okay. Because we all go to Google and ChatGPT to help solve our problems, right? So if it's going to do that for them in a quick little guide, that is gold. And then you want it to connect to your offer. So your lead magnet should naturally lead to your paid offer. So think of it like an appetizer, for example. If your offer is about passive income, give a sneak peek like how I earn 900 days in 2 hours. And then you want to make them want more. Think about having an appetizer at a restaurant, and then you're like, wait, I gotta have the food. Oh my gosh, this was so good. I need to have the dessert. You want them to finish it and just feel really excited and inspired to learn more. That's the turning point from reader to customer. Brainstorming your lead magnet idea. So here's a 3-step framework you can follow. You could take a piece of paper out, Google Doc, type out these questions, and think about what is my ideal customer struggling with right now? Are they overwhelmed? Are they stuck? Are they confused? What are they overwhelmed about? Exactly. Number 2 is what small win or shortcut can I give them? Remember, we talked about simple checklist, tips, a small little ebook of actionable steps that they can do today, this week. And then lastly, what is the next step I want them to take with me? This would be your offer. Or do you want them to sign up for a webinar? Do you want them to go to your automations? I know that's the main goal for digital marketing, right? Get that free blueprint, getting your automations. Now let's take a look at some examples here. This is a guide, a lead magnet Mary and I had created for LinkedIn. And we have a big audience of educators who are transitioning careers. We also get people who reach out to us about being laid off and need some advice. So we felt like there was a need for them. Job seekers. So that's our audience. And their pain point was really they're just overwhelmed with the job search. So we created a lead magnet with the theme of earning while you search. So you see how it kind of brings in that passive pay, right? And this lead magnet content, it has simple ChatGPT prompts they could copy and paste to help enhance their resume, to create interview questions and answers, to help them elevate their LinkedIn profile. And then, of course, we have a CTA towards the end. Okay, so here's our guide, and you'll notice it's a short little ebook, but what I love about it is I've included a little introduction letter, and then I have copy and paste. I talk about ChatGPT here, and then we have little short prompts. Again, small and actionable. So this could have been probably minimized to a few pages, but it's very simple. It's not overwhelming. A lot of text on the page, very little text. Here's some quick prompts that they can use for general search, job searching, and then you'll see the offer at the end. So this goes into the passive pay. And then we also have our link here. We have the ready link because when they click on the link in our CTA, it brings them to the System IO landing page, which is what we're going to show you in part 3, and then it sends them the automation. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples of how those posts could look like, but this is just an example of our lead magnet that we created. I'm going to show you how to do this today. This was very simple. So here's the prompt that you're going to use in your ChatGPT, and you can pause it and write it down. It says, give me 10 magnet lead ideas for, and then you fill in the blank for your perfect customer audience. If you speak to your ChatGPT daily basis, you could just put for my perfect customer struggling with, and you could put the specific pain point that you want to focus on that naturally lead into, and then you could say the passive income opportunity. Okay. And then you're going to see all the ideas and select one. The rest of these you can kind of play with, but you can have it outline the content for whatever idea you like. So it says outline, for number 5 idea. And then step 3 is actually write the content out. And then step 4 would be to add the CTA. Now, a few pointers. Don't be afraid to ask ChatGPT to be more specific on some pages, to ask for revisions, to give it a certain tone, like a helpful tone, assertive tone, a sassy tone. You can also have them add a specific page, like my introduction page that I added to the ChatGPT, and say, hey, I'd like to add a page where it would be like, talk to it like it's your business partner, what you want, your assistant. Okay. Don't be afraid to talk to ChatGPT like that. So let me show you a few examples. So for this example, it says, give me 10 lead magnets. And this is for my nonprofit founder audience, because I have a nonprofit organization. So I thought, this would be a good opportunity to create a lead magnet. And I said, they're struggling with fundraising that naturally lead into passive income opportunities. Look at these ideas. These are amazing. 5 fundraising mistakes costing you thousands. How to fund your mission without begging for donations. I loved number 5, the 7-day visibility donation boost challenge. What you'll learn: daily tasks to attract new donors and partners, passive income tie-in, highlight the power of online reach and lead funnel strategies, how to create a donation funnel under an hour. This is gold. I'm sorry, this is great. I wish I knew this way back when, some of these things. And then you'll notice the follow-up prompt, and I used exactly what I have on the prompt outline here. Okay. Step number 2 to outline. And I put outline a 1-pager I put the name of the one that I wanted. I said the 7-day visibility donation boost challenge number 5 with 3 to 5 bullet points of value. And there you go. It outlines everything. Day 1, craft your magnetic message. Day 2, optimize your online presence. And then the next one, I put write the full content in the friendly, helpful tone. Include tips and examples. So here it is. It wrote it out completely, guys. Look, welcome world changer. Here's your day 1, what you'll do each day. And it gives an exact outline. Now, I can always ask it to build it out more. Give me more detail, ChatGPT. Add a page for introduction, or add a page for my community and include this information. So you want to make sure you really talk to it and design it the way that you envision it. Okay. And at the end, you'll notice Here's my strong CTA. Download, or the CTA, download the full 7-day challenge kit now. Let's see, bonus gift. At the end of this challenge, you'll get exclusive access to our passive income starter kit. Obviously, we may have to reword this. You may want to put the this little page here, like the different ways to earn passive income to help fund your fundraisers or your projects. Any way that you could bring it in, ask ChatGPT. They will help you. Here's another example. And this one I said, give me 10 lead magnet ideas for busy mamas struggling with paycheck to paycheck, causing them to not be able to have new family experiences that lead to the digital business earning passive income. Okay, loved these ideas, by the way. This lead magnet is budget friendly family fun, 15 free and low cost memory making ideas. And then it includes a gentle invitation to build something that makes those moments more possible, which is the the digital marketing, right? I loved this one. Let's see if I can find it. I liked number 8, 10 faith-fueled affirmations for moms ready for more. So here's my next prompt. This time I made it a little more simple. Outline the content for number 8. That was idea number 8, you see? And here is the outline. So they gave me the title, they gave me a subtitle, Speak Life, Claim Peace, Step into Abundance, God has for you. Here's the introduction, love that. Here's my affirmations, and then they list the affirmations. Love that. They even give you a bonus of a journal prompt. Okay, so I want to show you now, and then look at the final page, soft CTA. This brings us into the grab your free 10K to 30 days guide. Okay, so it leads them into your funnel. Now you can leave your link in the lead magnet, but what we're going to show you is how the link that you're sharing of your lead magnet will automatically bring them to that PDF, or to your lead magnet, the free lead magnet, and it'll start the automations right there, then and there. It'll just put them in your automations. All right, now taking a look at the next slide deck, let's go ahead and talk about how to create a lead magnet in Canva. Now, remember, there's a free version of Canva, and you can invest in the upgraded version, the Canva Pro. I highly recommend it. It's amazing. If you are an educator or a nonprofit, like founder, if you have a 501c3, you do get it free, just so you know. If you need help with that, I can help you. But let's go ahead into Canva. So when you are on your home screen, all the way up here, it says search your content and Canva's content. So I'm going to go ahead and build out, let's do this affirmations one, for example. So this is like a list, right? This is more of a list. So I could do two things. I can search up here. I could search list. And you'll notice, look, Canva templates, over 2,000 templates. You want to start from a template, guys. Work smarter, not harder. Don't really like any of these. Maybe I could use the keyword steps. Okay, let's scroll. Ooh, over 20,000. Goodness gracious. But look at that. I can plug in affirmations to this, right? I could totally plug in affirmations. So let's go ahead. Let's just say I'm going to do this one here. When I click on it, it's going to show me the template. And if you scroll down, it's going to also show me more that's similar to that. So I could say, well, maybe the tips or, the affirmations would look better with this one. Maybe I'll choose this one. Okay, so you can get lost in this. So just definitely don't overthink it. Just select one and play with it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on customize this template. And I'm going to X this out. Okay, so here's my template. You can add pages down here where it says add page. You'll also have this little plus sign, and then you also have a duplicate sign. I love the duplicate page. So I could duplicate this if I have more than 5 affirmations. Okay. And then all the way to the left, the first one says design. So let's say I don't like this template, or if I want to add a new page, right? And let's say I wanted to add more of a letter page, or a title page. So I could search title page under the design and look at all these fun title pages. So what I can do now is if I click on this page, it's going to replace it. So one thing you do need to remember, I'm going to click on the undo up here, is to add a page up here. And then these little arrows, you're able to move them up and down. So now it's a clean page. So when I select it, it'll replace that page. So now I have a cover page and I have my page that I can put my affirmations on. Okay. Let's add a page. Let's go here, for example. So if you click on the style, so it's going to give you the color scheme for this page. But if you click on that, look, it's going to change the page a little bit. I love that. I love that you can do that. And then if you go back, there's tons of templates here, guys, but don't get lost in that, okay? Just find one that works for you and then just switch back and forth between ChatGPT. Don't make this any complicated than it needs to be. And I'm just going to literally like copy and paste it and make it work for me. So I'm going to Control C and copy, okay? Now, what if I don't like that font or even the background? So you'll notice when I click, I could drag it and I could size it, okay? And then you have your font or your formatting bar right here. So I can change the text if I need to. There's tons of text here. If you see a little crown next to it, you'll see a crown. That means it's Pro. So you won't have access to that Canva font. And then also you'll notice when I hover over elements, you could delete them. So I could click backspace, backspace. Maybe that's too many flowers, okay? And then if I click on the page itself, I can change the background. So up here on the color bar, I can change this to a gray. So there's lots of things that you can do. So you just want to click and play, okay? And then as you scroll down, again, you could do the same thing. So you can click on the color formatting, change the color. You'll also notice when you scroll down in your color palette, there's a section called photo colors. So it's literally pulling all the colors from this page and it's giving you the palette. So if you want to stay consistent with that palette, you can do that here. And you can just alternate between these colors. So it's all consistent. I would definitely recommend that. You want to make sure you stay consistent with your colors and the color scheme. It just looks a lot more professional. And then if you double click in the box, of course, you could change the font. And then same with here, you'll be able to change the number. If you want to add additional elements on the very left-hand side, you'll see a icon that says elements, and you're able to add some elements to your page if you want to. Okay. So you could do that. And then in addition, you have more options in your formatting bar for that element. Okay. So you can just take a look there. So it takes a little bit. Now, as you're going through your template, okay, obviously this is very much of a draft. On the bottom right, you have some icons, a grid view. If you click on the grid view, you'll be able to see all your pages and you can move them around. You can even delete them. Okay, and then if you go back down to that grid view, click it, you're right back where you started. So you can also search workbook. I like workbook because it comes with multiple pages. So for example, if I select on this book, you'll notice that there's 18 pages that come with it. If you'll know, it says, let's see, hold on. It says 2 of 18. So you can see as it goes through each of them. So if I select this and click on customize, you have so many options to choose from. That's what I love about ebooks. Again, your color scheme is all throughout every single page. You can go down to this tile down here and leave the pages you want, take the ones that you want out. This one had a bonus journal, so I may keep the bonus journal one. I like the welcome message. I might keep the title page. This looks like it could fit for my steps, the mindset quiz. I could probably modify that to make it work. And then I can probably have, maybe what to expect. That could be my last page, and I could delete the rest. So I'm literally just clicking on it and pressing delete. And then once I go down to these tiles, here's all my pages. So now all I have to do is edit this. So I can just click, delete, double click, go back to my lead magnet for moms, copy my title, make sure that control copy, and I can make it smaller and size it. I can also change the font. So I would highlight it. So many fonts that you can choose. Okay, I could even change this picture. I could take this picture out. I can go to my elements and I could search for a photo and I could put mom. And then I could look in the photos and see which one would fit best and put that in there. See, if I double click it, I'm able to move that where I want it. And then down here, you can just put your, you could just put your name down there or whatever you'd like. And then the next one, this could be your email. So you could say a letter or dear mama. You write your little letter. And then on page 3, this would be your affirmations. So I could take this away again. I could take this away. I can go to my elements and put the number 1 and maybe look for step 1 type of thing. Remember, if there's a crown, that means it's a pro element. If you have free version, you want the element without a crown. So if you scroll up, there's a filter option here, and you can click on free and it'll only show the free elements. Okay. So you could do that. There's also other options here. I'm going to click on graphic. So I can go ahead and select a number here that I like. I like this one because I could change the color. So I could put number 1, and up here is the color, and I can make this, remember the palette I was showing you? So I can make it like that. And then again, I'm going to go back to my ChatGPT. I'm going to copy my affirmations and I'm going to paste it. So you don't have to make this difficult, guys. Make it like you want it and really play with the elements. There's so much you can do, but this is really the basics. It's all about playing and exploring. Again, if you want to take away a page, there's different elements here. You could delete it from here. You could even duplicate. So I could duplicate this page. I could change this title to affirmations. Okay, so lots of things you can do. Now, when you're finished with your ebook or your checklist, you're going to click on the share button up here, and you want to make sure, especially if you're going to put links. So let's say you want to put this as a link, just a friendly reminder. If you don't remember any of the other courses I created, you're going to put www.sidehustle to six figures.com. And then when you have it highlighted, you click on those 3 dots, select the link, and put in your website. And then click on done. And that will be, you'll know if it's active because this will pop up, this blue link here. Okay. Once you're finished, you want to click on share button, download, and you want it to be, the file type is the PDF standard, not the print. If you do the print, the links will not be active. You want it to be a standard. And once you download it, it'll go to your downloads, and then you're finished with your template. So those are a few ways that you can search for already created templates, plug in your content, and create your lead magnet. So I wanted to show you some other keywords that you can use when looking for Canva templates to add on to your lead magnet, okay? Remember, the first thing you want to do, I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to click on the plus sign so I have a blank page. And on the left, there's different ways that you can search for templates because you can mix and match these. So journal is one keyword that you could click. And remember, on this bar over here on the left, you're going to click on the design icon. And here are the different journals. And what I like about the journals is they have multiple pages usually. So for example, let's see. You'll see the workbook template that I had picked earlier, but let's see. And if you scroll over it, you'll also see if there's multiple pages. Okay, this one has multiple pages. If I click on it, so there's different pages that I can select. So I have more options. I'm gonna click up here, up here. You can also put like checklist, click on checklist, and there's tons of checklists there. You can put steps or step by step. Again, look at all these different templates that you can use. You can put ebook cover if you want just a cover. There's some cover suggestions. Okay. Also, you could put flyer, and there's different flyers there. If you want more of like an infographic style, you could put infographic, and look at all the different combinations. I kind of like those. Those would make a fun one pager that they can use, and it's colorful. Just some keywords for you to play with. So part 3 is where we're going to talk about how you're going to deliver your lead magnet. And that is where we're going to show you how to build your funnel and system IO and create that landing page. And there's different ways that you can put your link to the funnel where your lead magnet will live. You could do it one of 3 places. You could put the link in your bio on any social media platform. You can post it on social media with a CTA like comment guide for this resource. You could even plug it in your email. So if you have a mailing list, for example, I have an email list for my organization. I might put my lead magnet in an email to guide them to my automated, my funnel, so they can start getting those automations and go into my system IO. Let me go ahead to Facebook, and I'm going to show you how I have created my my posts with my CTA. So this is one, remember, I have job seekers. So this is a simple graphic that I got from, it was a template, guys. This was a template. And I just put the perfect LinkedIn profile. I talked about ways that they could optimize it. I put a little content here, and then I said, get my free guide on how to use ChatGPT to boost your job search. DM me or comment guide, and I'll send you the link. Here's another one that I've done. The biggest networking mistake, waiting until you need a job. Again, I included some value. I created a graphic from a template that's already created. I just plugged in this information. And then again, I said, get my free guide. Okay. Another thing that I did was on my profile. I know Mary had showed this, but I have pinned posts on my profile where the link is. So I have a pinned post here, and I've put the link so they can go ahead and go to my landing page and get that ChatGPT guide. And I even put an image on there. That concludes the part 2 training of creating a value-driven lead magnet. And that's going to bring us to part 3, where you're going to learn how to add your lead magnet to a funnel and start collecting those leads. So I hope this was informative and helpful. Feedback is welcome. We will see you in part 3.